Hey Power One, this is your reading of how do they view you. So this could be anyone that resonates with you. A person. I was trying to say soulmate. I don't know. Take that as it apply. Family member, a lover, anything like that. So how do they view you? How does this person view Power One? I'm weak. This person could think you're greedy. This person could think you greedy and that you got an attitude. Or they got an attitude towards you. But yeah. What else? What else does... Okay. Can I say that first? How does this person view Power One? They could think you fast, like like you know all that or something. How do they view Power One? Child. How do they view Power One? How do they view Power One? How do they view Power One? Okay. Someone could think you're like a good companion. Like y'all work well together. They could think you're like about business. You're really good with money. Someone could think, they can think that they lost you though. Like they could feel like they lost you somehow. The relationship was lost. Take that how that resonate. They could think your hair is really long. You could have long hair. You could have black hair. You could have wavy, curly hair. Okay. How do they view Power One? How do they view Power One? How do they view Power One? God damn. They could be in love with you. Someone could be in love with you. They can be in love with you, not someone, but you know what I mean. Yeah. They can see you as a love interest. But they are holding on to a past person. They're still releasing someone from the past, so that's probably why they're not coming forward towards you. They could think you have a really nice body. Someone could think you have a really nice body. Someone could want to look like you. Maybe. Yeah. Someone could think you dress really nice. Like the way you dress, the way you style yourself. You dress really nicely. How do they view Power One? They could think you're stuck on a ex or something. Someone could think you're stuck on an ex. Someone could think, well, they can think you're stuck on an ex. They could think, they could think that you have some family with somebody else. They could think that you got children with someone else or something like that. Children significant. They could think if they come towards you about this love interest that you'll decline them, that you'll reject them. What else? How do they think? How do they view Power One? How do they view Power One? They could think that you're still holding on to her about something. Holding on to her about an ex or a situation. How do they view power one? How do they view power one? They could think you a badass. Like, they could think you the shit. You the GOAT. Yeah. They could, they have, like, self-doubt of coming forward to you. They have self-doubt of y'all coming back together. Yeah, hear that music. Yeah, somebody could be like a person of color, like not just like black, you know, Spanish, like the opposite of Caucasian. Someone could have like different culture background. Yeah. Someone could view you as unfaithful. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what this is. Somebody could think you're fat or some shit. Or they could like trying to mock your body or some shit like that. I don't know. But that's how I said how. I don't know, because we were just saying they think you got a nice body. Now they trying to copy. Maybe they just projecting. That's what it looks like. They trying to project their body insecurities on you. They view you as very healing, and that you got too much on your plate to be worrying about them. Something like that. I mean, yeah. Kids could be significant. Yeah. I'm weak. My sister said you just made a video without me. So I'm thinking like they want to be included in whatever you're doing. They want to be included in every step that you're doing. Like they want to be where you be at. They want to dress how you dress. They want to be you. Yeah, that's what I'm giving. That's what it's giving. Yeah. I speak British. I had to pause there. But what else? Yeah, they could view you as very impatient. They could view you as very impatient. What else? Yeah. Someone could just hate, like, they can just hate how, like, how very bright you are. Like, they can hate how you shine to everybody else. They want that shine. They want what's yours. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from Power 1. Alright. Hope you enjoyed this reading, Power 1. Please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hey, Power 2. This is your reading. I'm just gonna get straight into it. How do they view you, Power 2? How do they view Power 2? How do they view I can't talk. I'm fucking weak. Yeah, how do they view Power 2? Someone could wanna take you down, down, down. Someone could wanna take you there, Power 2. Someone could want you, Power 2. I'm weak as shit. Good fucking bye. I'm laughing at myself. Anyway. Or no, they can think you're funny. Yeah, I'm sorry, I cannot. They could think you're funny. This person could think you're funny, and they can just want to take you down. Okay. How do they view 𝖃2? How do they view 𝖃2? Ooh, they could think you have too much on your plate. For them to come towards you. They could think you have too much going on to come towards you. Yeah. They cannot be coming towards you because they dealing with other baggage. How do they view 𝖃2? They could really want to take you there, y'all. They could I can't even talk. They could view you as bossy, like strict. They could view you as someone who is moving past grief over something. They could think you like, nah, I'm good. They could think like that's how you feel about them. Despite like they think you strict, they still want you though. They could think that you're a distraction. Like they view you as a distraction to cover up from them grieving over something. It looking like a situation, a relationship. They could be still grieving over a relationship, but they see you as a distraction. How do they view 𝖃2? They could think you're unfaithful. They could view you as unfaithful because how good you look. They can think you're unfaithful because how just how you act, how you carry yourself. You could be very intimidating. Your looks could be very intimidating. How do they view 𝖃2? How do they view 𝖃2? They could think you want everybody else. They could think you smash around, like you be around. You get what I'm saying? They could view you as someone who's I don't want to say a hoe, but like you get around, like you're not just gonna settle on one person. They could view you as that. How do they view 𝖃2? How do they view 𝖃2? They could view you as someone who just got out of a relationship and that you're unhappy, or you're trying to save face, like you're not unhappy or something over a ex situation that happened. Yeah, they could think you acting like everything is just fine. How do they view 𝖃2? They could think you have options based off what you look like. Like I said, your looks can be very intimidating. You can be very beautiful, very good looking. You can have a nice body. This person could have crossed you in the past, or this person could have could have been one of the people that wasn't on your side in the past. How do they view 𝖃2? Yeah, they can see you as a personal project. Like you're on their mind. Like they want to come towards you. Like you're in the back of their mind, basically. How do they view 𝖃2? How do they view 𝖃2? They can see you as very nurturing. They see you as very nurturing, very controlling. Someone they can view you as very controlling, strong. They can see you as a strong person. Not specifically like, it don't have to be like controlling, but like you control things around you. Like you don't let shit slide, basically. That's what it's given. How do they view 𝖊2? How do they view 𝖊2? Some people can think you're mean a little bit. Some people, they can think you're mean. Someone around them can think you're mean. So there you go. Yeah, someone around them can think you're mean. Someone could think you're a good leader. Like you're in a righteousness. You know, like the opposite of, like, my video cut out, but yeah, like they don't see you as like devious, basically. Yeah, they could think they view you as like, yeah, like I said, someone very beautiful, someone very gorgeous. You dress really well. They could view you as someone, you know, who's not satisfied with them. They could think like, oh nah, they wouldn't be satisfied with me, like something like that. Yeah. They could view you as someone who nurtures themselves a lot. Someone could think you have a very, they could think you have a very nice voice. How do they view 𝖊2? They could be having they could view you as someone with unrealistic expectations when it comes to money. They could see you as a spender, a baller. They could see you like that. Yeah, they can view you as someone with like some type of cultural background. You can have a cultural background. They can have a cultural background that can be significant. How else do they view 𝖊2 before I cut this off? They view you as someone they celebrate the same beliefs with. Yeah. They could view you as very healing. They could view you as very healing. I think it's saying like they not seeing the perspective of like how you took a loss and how you healed yourself. Like they not viewing that. They're not seeing the perspective of that. Like how whatever you took a hit of, you took that hit and you healed. You didn't just did another hit. Did another hit. You reflected, you healed. That's, you know, divine wanted me to say that. So they view you as hardworking. Yeah, they view you as hardworking. They can view you as spiritual. Yeah, an influencer. My shit keep kind of off. Sorry, but yeah, they just view you as very hardworking. Yeah. Yeah, they can see you like, they can view you as you're just out of this world, like your looks. But yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do for you, pile 2. Please like, share, subscribe. One of y'all could have picked another pile too. But yeah, please like, share, subscribe. Until next time, see you later. Pile 3, we're just gonna get straight into it. 3 could be significant, 3 friends, 3 people. But yeah, let's get straight to it. How do they view pile 3? Did I say pile 2? I don't know if I said pile 2. Y'all could have read pile 2. Y'all could have did pile 2. Anyway, how do they view pile 2? How do they view pile 3? Right. They could view you as healing. They could view you very they view you as someone that's very satisfying. You could be a very satisfying person to work with. They view you as a person who travels a lot. How do they view pile 3? This could be a lover. They view you as a satisfying lover. So sexually or whatever, you know, you gotta do. But they can still be like hurt over something. They can still be holding on some type of hurt or something. How do they view pile 3? How do they view pile 3? Someone. They could view you as greedy. How do they view pile 3? They could view you as someone with unrealistic expectations when it comes to greed or comes to like assets. So things like money, love, relationships. Or they could think you have unrealistic expectations as a lover and that you're greedy. That's how someone else can think. View you as. They could be grieving over you. Or they can view you as grieving over them or something like that. Or they could view you as someone that's grieving over them because of how they treated you in the past. Over a third-party situation. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, and they being in denial about this shit. They can't make a decision of like having unrealistic expectations with you or a lover. I don't know if you're the lover. And they can't decide if that was greed. They can't decide if that was unrealistic for them to go towards you or another person. And they can debate if that was a greedy move or some shit like that. How do they view pile 3? How do they view pile 3? They view you as someone starting something new. They view you as a new opportunity, something new. Yeah. They view you as something new to come towards sexually. Like they could just want to come towards you off of sexual intentions. How do they view pile 3? They could view you as a loss. They could have lost you. Or you could have lost them. How do they view pile 3? Yeah, they could view you as someone who took a big change. You could have took a big change after them. Or something like that. And you're not moving on this change. Like, they view you as someone who's not gonna move for anybody. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, especially when it comes to your money and stuff like that. or family. Like, you're not budging. How do they view pile 3? This could be a mother figure, a baby mother, a baby. Yeah, I'm getting a baby mother on here. I'm not even gonna lie. I ain't gonna say baby father. I'm getting baby mother. This could be a baby mother to you. I could have children. Children could be significant. How do they view pile 3? They're trying to make a major decision on you. They can't. Yeah, they're making a major decision to come towards you about family, or to come towards something else, a new beginning with someone else, or just come towards you sexually. How do they view pile 3? I'm liking these, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. How are they viewing pile 3? They view you as someone that gets around, someone that's I don't want to say it, but a hoe. Like, someone who gets around, talks to everybody, open your legs for everybody. Or that's how they, damn. Anyways, like I was saying, like, yeah, the last part I was saying was, yeah, they could think, you think they a hoe. Yeah. And that ended something to do with family. So this person, yeah, I could have family with, like I said, yeah, I could have kids. They could think you view them as a hoe or some shit like that, or they could view you as a hoe, and this ended some type of family dynamic. Anyway, how do they view pile 3? Yeah, injustice is coming in for family, a situation that ended family or something. Yeah, justice came in after a situation. Yeah, how do they view pile 3? How do they view pile 3? They could be acting like everything is fine, but it's not. How do they view pile 3? How do they view pile 3? They could be thinking you're working your way up when it comes to family, when it comes to money, abundance. How do they view pile 3? They could view you as a distraction. They could view you as unhappy as you're trying to come up towards something. They could view you as trying to control a family dynamic, trying to take everything. How do they view pile 3? They view you as an opportunity, and they're unhappy. They have to work their way up and take everything too. What the fuck? Okay. How do they view pile 3? Shit. Yeah, they could think you're a good companion though. How do they view pile 3? Yeah, they could think you're a good companion. I don't know. Something about a pregnancy. Like, you could have been a good companion when it came to a pregnancy, or some shit like that. They could view you as breaking cycles towards something, breaking cycles in something. How do they view pile 3? They could view you as releasing heartbreak over a loss, over some type of dynamic. You could, anyways, yeah, 3 could be very significant, because like when I did pile 2, and I think when I did pile 3, like it kept shutting off like 3 times. So yeah, this could have been a third party situation. 3 people are involved or was involved. Yeah, y'all could have picked 3 piles. They could view you as someone who's going against their beliefs. Yeah, they can view you as someone going against their beliefs, redirected from going towards someone else or them, and that you're trying to break cycles with them or some shit like that. Yeah, they view you as someone that betrayed like a new beginning that you had with someone else. Okay. All right. Any last things before I cut pile 3 off? Spirit. Last things for pile 3. How do they view pile 3? Last things. What the fuck? They could be viewing you like, what the fuck? Like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with this person? Yeah, they could think you're impulsive. Like, you're very impulsive when it comes to coming towards people or to them or some shit like that. They think you're going towards living in the past, about holding back. Yeah, they could view you as someone holding on to burdens about a situation, or you're holding on to burdens about fear of change. They view you as that. But yeah, they could view you as a good looking person though, or they could view you as like, yeah, they could view you as a good looking person but with secrets. Like, they view you as someone that's good looking, but you got too many damn secrets. Or you can be flipped around, switch it as it needs to be. But yeah, like, they see like you're good like sexually, you just got too many damn secrets. Yeah. Yeah, they could view you as someone trying to get recognized, like you strict but you confused. And you confused on trying to start a new beginning with love. Like, they see you like you're confused. They see you as a confusing person. You confused what you want for love, something like that. Someone could be confused sexually too. But yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna end it like this. Yeah.